Hello friends and adventurers, and welcome back to Sally Cat Plays Blades of Exile. And welcome to a surprise bonus episode for the Valley of Dying Things. So, first off, let me return to my primary save, where we have completed the scenario. And I'm sure all of us with the unregistered version know that when you finish a scenario, there's nothing stopping you from taking the same party and going right back in. Some of my items are special and can't be carried from scenario to scenario. Those have been taken away. And sure, we'll put items stored into my inventory. Adventuring! Hooray! So here we are, back at Fort Talrus. And here is all of the alchemical ingredients that I had hoarded. And also a skull for some reason. Okay, does anybody else have anything that I don't want to carry around? Does anyone need a bronze helm? I carried that basic powder for a while and never ended up needing it. Definitely not going to use the sapphires. There we go. Inventory is now clean. Okay, Margot has one encumbrance. That should be fine for casting mage spells. And indeed, all of my special items have been taken away. Oh no! So unfortunately, I don't have my maps anymore. Fortunately, I do basically remember where everything is. But anyway, one of the reasons why I wanted to go back into this scenario is to show how much faster it can be done when you know what you're doing. In the main save file, I did everything in about 42 days game time, just about 6 weeks. I'm willing to bet I can do it in more like 1 week. We don't need anything else here at Fort Talrus, so I'm just going to book it. Into Sweet Grove, where we can get the stone from Aviso's workshop. Once I remember which building that actually is. There we go. Lyra, can you disarm the trap this time? Still no. But I know to look in the plant. Got the stone, the runed stone that can open up the gates to the school. And take just a moment here. To sell off a couple extra items. Not going to bother with training right now. Boop. And boop. And Boop. And go the long way around. Thought there was a ford. Isn't there a place where I can ford that river? Dang it. And then I go the long way around. There it is. For one final boop. I can completely ignore all of the enemies in here and go down to visitors' quarters. Now then, I could grab an extra piercing crystal down over here on the goblin corpse. Or I could attract some enemies already. Not killing goblins quite as fast as I would like so far. Yeah, I've got 3 piercing crystals, I'll be fine. Stop hitting me, darn it! Well, hello there. And the goblin leader doesn't even get a chance to do anything. Wahaha. And now this puts me into storage. Which I can run through very quickly indeed. Oh no, zombies! Is it just me, or are the zombies tougher than they ought to be? Also, what an opportunity to capture soul on a ruby skeleton! Success! Now I can have my very own massively overpowered fiery attacker. Now I will slow you and see if that does any good. And And a bonus level up for thistle. Well, not really a bonus, but every level up for thistle should be celebrated. And back up into the holding cells. Where I can try to sneak by the goblins and fail entirely. And then sneak my way into the control room. If I really wanted to, I could go and grab yet another flaming sword here. But I already know the proper command word is quark. So I don't actually have to speak with Pythras at all here. Isn't the Exile engine fun? Should probably take a moment to do some healing. Now, let's see. I probably do want to go over this way because the spiders have something that I need. And I want to check something here. Oh! Oh no! Oh, my simulacrums get reset every scenario. Oh my. Well then! And my bestiary gets reset too. Well, let me just check the stats on ghouls and ghasts and see which one I like better. Level 6, health 47 or maybe a little more. 3 pretty good attacks with slowing touch. Level 8, 80 health. Yeah, the ghast is indeed stronger. But I can't capture soul on the ghast right now because I do not have enough energy. I do, however, have some weak energy potions. And get captured. Fighting off the alien beasts shouldn't be too hard now. But I can tell this spider that I want to go in and play with the gnats. And it lets me right in. Equip missile, what do you mean I'm out of bolts?
On who?
is not the way I wanted to go. Not enough spell points for a fireball, and no more energy potions. Small problem. For a nice change of pace, throwing weapons are not complete garbage in this game. Not complete garbage, anyway. Again, not actually where I wanted to go. Okay, this one, I guess, permanently holds a couple of scrolls. I don't remember what the scrolls were. Scrolls generally aren't that valuable to me. Gah. Here, Lyra, you've got Flaming Sword and probably are the most in need of more skill points. You take point. Need to do more curing. It always amuses me to see the piles of blood or slime get bigger as you kill more enemies on a square. And we yoink the eggs. I kind of want to see if there's anything behind this wall. I don't think there is, but also I don't have the spell points to deal with it right now. Thistle, or not Thistle. Lyra, archer so good she can hit a giant gnat. At however many paces that is. Okay. No more of them in view, so let's... I just said... Let's just make Lyra the active character so I don't need to bother hasting. And Chief Spider, where are you hiding? Right here. No, that's not the chief. But he's in the chief's room. Spiders, you are ruining my speedrun. There we go. What was I supposed to ask you about? Wisdom. Oh, right, I can ask you about rock. Eggs. That was the word. Should I step out to rest before dealing with potentially more gnats? I probably should. Doesn't mean I'm gonna. Hooray, I got to the correct room without having to explore every little passage. And Auric, I think, needs to step back a bit. And then I look at the wall tile over here, and I have the opening stone already on day 2, and I've just barely explored the first half of the school. That is not the way. And I don't need to go into suspiciously empty spots like this because I have basically all of the spells hidden in this scenario already. Hee hee. Okay, that's just more spider caves. I have regened enough spell points for 1 or 2 fireballs. Of course I'm not turning down free gold. Okay, and do I need to do anything outside? I don't think I need to yet. Come over here, get sprayed by achy river water. Day 2, onto the lower half of the School of Magery. Oi. Also, if anyone cares, there is a cat being very heavy on my arm right now. Garnet maintains her position as official recording buddy. Let's see, I believe the key was somewhere to the south, and the staff of healing up here to the north. Let's get some light here. Oh, come now. Owie! In the interest of killing you faster, I can't because you're standing in a wall, as ghosts will sometimes do. Just managed to summon a few goblins. Okay, let's bless Orig so that he does more damage. Will you stop summoning? Finally. If I just wait long enough, the summons will disappear. Like so. Oh right, Burnination. And yoink, the very valuable Staff of Healing. Healing Scepter, whatever you would like to call it. Okay, Margot actually has the Ruby Charm right now. I would like to give that to Thistle for a moment. And I would like for Thistle to drink that weak energy potion. Never wound up using that Tome of Clarity either. Yeah. Oh, is that really all of them? Feh. Can I cast a fireball into a useful spot? Ooh, yes. Is there anything in there? I forgot. Nope, just rock wall. Records and secretarial, don't have to do much in there. Examination chamber, we've seen that. More gremlins who must die. Discipline, which is not the place you would expect to find gremlins. And finally, Provost. Door is locked because of course it is. And search the bookshelves until I find the key. And will I need to deal with the Gremlord? I might. Too many gremlins. I do believe I found the Gremlord. Oh, that was a foolish move. Yeah, you're still not so tough. And you drop some very mediocre loot. And which one of these is the one I want? Library, that's the one I want. I do have a slight problem in that I don't actually have one of the green textbooks. I need to see if I can remember where I get one of those. Oh, unfriendly spiders. Ack. I'm pretty sure I did save recently, at least. You know what? This looks like a job for the wand of fireballs. That's not good. So guess who totally forgot that there were enemies in this library hall? Okay, Thistle's almost out of spell points, so Margot, please don't die. Oh, crud. Okay, saving here. Student discipline. And running back out because I'm not dealing with that right now. And completely ignoring the fire lizards. I don't have enough food to rest. But that's easily fixed right now. Much better. In fact, that nap was so nice, let's do it twice. Lurg. Anyway, I'm pretty sure I remember someone left a pile of stuff in this student discipline cell, including a school textbook. And also their vengeful shade. This person must have really hated detention. How much health do you things have? And nobly retreating once again. But I did have a thought. This is also an opportunity for me to show off a couple of things that I missed in my main playthrough of this scenario. Let me see if I can find one of them here. There is a traveling merchant who shows up usually in Blinlock and I think sometimes in Morales, and I completely missed him last time. He's one of those that just wanders around the outdoor area. By which I mean just wandering around the outside, not found in any buildings. Not actually found in the overworld map. And it looks like he is not in Blinlock today. Though I think also my day counter just ticked over. Well, I found Littleford a couple of times, but no sign of the other guy. So I guess let's go check over Morales a bit. Also, this small bridge spans a river flowing from the large hill to the northeast. Interestingly, you notice that the water from this river lacks the bitter reek of the water to the southwest. Skipped over that message last time. Don't think that was actually the direction I wanted to go. Here's Morales. Does the guy I'm looking for hang out in Morales? Maybe he goes to Sweet Grove? Yeah, totally know what I'm doing here. I only remember ever seeing him in Blinlock. Finally managed to find him. So, this traveling monk character. His name is Unger, and he sells stuff. Why a traveling merchant would want to come to Skylark Vale, you have no idea. Yet here one is, ready to sell you wares. Maybe he got lost. He pulls a massive pack off his back, opens it, and bows humbly. I am Unger. Care to sample my wares, sir? I have all manner of wares which I have been carting about the Vale. You are lucky to catch me. I am often on the move. I often move quickly between Blinlock and Morales. Sadly, business in the Vale has been very good. I mainly carry adventuring supplies, which is a very safe item to be selling in any area afflicted by troubles. Between plague, bandits, and people leaving, I have been busy, busy, busy. Good for you, I guess? Anyway, Unger is a random item salesman, so he can have some pretty fun stuff. Today he does not, and prices are exorbitant. Steel Greathelm is sorta good. Not really worth paying that much for. And now I'm going to reload. To make up for some of that time wasted looking for the silly traveling merchant. Monsters nearby that I can scare off with barely any effort. I need to re-up my map there. So now armed with the green book, I can go into the library and get the key that I need. I don't really need to watch out for monsters, so I don't feel the need for light as much. So, Thistle, you've got the textbook. Drop it on the pedestal. Yes, I gave you the green book, and And now a large brass key has ended up in my pocket. Cool. Aha. Oh no, a lizard that I can't even see right now. There you are. Not so bad. Ooh, a cursed ring. Goody. Anyway. Again, when I came through here on the main playthrough, I didn't have quite enough mage lore to get all of these books. I did get the recipe for a healing potion out of this one. The black book with strips of onyx is a book on necromancy and the dark arts, describing rituals so dark and horrifying they chill your soul, and yet so eerily compelling that you can't stop reading. When you finally stumble away, you feel numb. Your brain feels dull and lost. I don't recall exactly what that did to me. It was almost... Okay, it mentions that everyone is drained, so I believe that drained some of my experience. I don't want that. The tome bound in green dyed leather is a book of alchemical recipes. While instructions for making hair restoratives and magically augmented laxatives aren't interesting to you, you find a good recipe for a powerful poison. It requires wormgrass to make, but isn't very difficult, and doesn't require much alchemy skill. That sounds like something I will never use, but now I have it. Hooray! What all alchemy recipes do I have? Well, I don't actually know what recipes I have out of all of these. Currently, no one has any alchemy skill. There we go. I have recipes for weak curing, weak healing, weak speed, medium poison, and medium healing. Out of all of those, medium healing is the only one that's really worth anything to me. So eventually, I need to get someone up to alchemy skill of at least 4 if I'm to do anything with these. What I really want is alchemy skill of at least 9 for energy potions. Or 14 for medium energy potions, but that'll take a while. Now, there is one more little thing that I need to get before I can fully finish this scenario. And no, it is not spiderwebs. I went slightly the wrong way. I forgot that this tunnel was in the library and not the level above. Because I need to go and speak to the Vanatai. Yeah, the game has not already given me the power crystal, so I need to get it the legit way. There we go. Interesting to note that Simulacrum has been slightly, I guess, nerfed, although it would be pretty hilarious to be able to carry monsters over from one scenario to another. Especially if you manage to capture something really powerful and custom made from another scenario. Now, this is going to break my speedrunning, technically, but I do want to go in here and grab myself another set of powerful pants. Oh, crap. Fortunately for me, I do still have the healing scepter. Turn the light on so I can look where I'm going. Mysterious pants! So yes, it is very possible to run through the same scenario multiple times and get yourself a whole bunch of copies of certain custom items. Like flaming swords or magical pants. I didn't really want to run into all of you. Well, that wasn't so bad. Ignore me. Dang it. Oh, there's even more of you. Oh, and there's the alien beast. Goody! Ow. You know what, let's give you a little webbing. Oh, I somehow completely missed there was a rat up there. I must have given someone some item lore, because occasionally things are popping up identified. The brass key unlocks the brass doors. Oh boy. And go gadget, Ruby Skeleton. My undead army is not being quite as effective as I'd hoped. They are being pretty good decoys, however. Okay, it takes them a few turns, but they can handle themselves pretty well. Okay, before I go down here much farther, actually, there is one thing I forgot to do. Okay. Well, aside from the interlude with all of the rats, this shouldn't be much of a detour. Because we've got to go and visit Pangle again. In his isolated little vale within a vale. Okay, so I do actually need to... Well... It's not the buy button, it's talking to him about papers. There we go. And of course, without talking to Pangle, we could search this chest and find absolutely nothing. Round and round we go. Well, at least the rat creatures haven't respawned. Most of the random encounters have been fleeing from me at my level, but I think the alien beasts shall not. So this is going to be a little more tedious. Okay, 2 undead minions might be better than 1. Or 1 is just fine if I slow the enemies and also throw up force field. Really? 3 random combats in as many steps? Just want to find a safe place to rest. And, you know, the whole control center thing. I wonder how high level I'd have to be to get the alien beasts to run away. And I have not really memorized the pathing for this dungeon, so I don't know what the most efficient way to the auxiliary control chair is. Oh, phooey. So yeah, day 7, waste disposal turned back on. The most efficient path is the one that doesn't require me to beat up any slimes. And let's hope that I run into not quite so many random battles this time. Just for grins and giggles, why not summon my own spirit? because the spirit is inclined to do... Well, okay, it's a shade, not a spirit, which means that it only does physical attacks and not spells. Somewhat less useful. Hee 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 hee. Fear my army of the undead. Let's play Blades of Exile, Necromancer Edition. So now I've got to go all the way back to that central cavern. Which isn't so bad once everything on the way has been cleared out. Unfortunately, this level has not been cleared of gremlins. Maybe I should have summoned another ruby skeleton instead of fireballing. Ruby Skeleton may not be quite as efficient as a fireball, but it can attack more spread out enemies. Frig. And you know, I think I can do this without ever exploring the side exit to the School of Magery. Okay, so, remembering what we learned last time, I do not need to use Move Mountains to break down that wall, because I can just walk through this one. Really, I need to use the scepter twice just for breathing in the toxic fumes. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. What up, boys? There's just so much fire. Oh, my ruby skeleton has disappeared. Time for regular fire, then. That was all good and valid strategy. And this time, I am going to ignore the suspiciously shaking barrel and the slime therein. Just in time for the demon fight. I don't think I'm really in range to slow and curse all of them from here. Oh, I can't use the healing scepter while I'm in combat. That's terrible. Let's use that wand of charming again. Hehehehe. Sorry, guest, you're gonna have to deal with a little bit of fire. Ooh, my ghast can walk across the poison sludge and presumably be just fine with it. And now all the unfriendly imps are dead. And I can just let the summons deal with each other. Whee! And my party relocation thing put me right here. Use the opening stone and... behold, on day 8, I get to the final button that allows me to shut this place down. So, 1 day off of my 1 week estimate, but pretty close. Ha ha! And that is how you do Valley of Dying things very quickly. I hope at least a few people had fun watching this one. And next time we come into Blades of Exile, I will start on the next scenario, A Small Rebellion. Until then, have a good one, everybody.